Environmental policy. Environmental policy is the commitment of an organization or a government to the laws, regulations, and other policy mechanisms concerning environmental issues. These issues generally include air and water pollution, waste management, ecosystem management, maintenance of biodiversity, and the protection of natural resources, wildlife, and endangered species. Policies also include issues having to do with energy and the regulation of toxic substances such as pesticides and industrial waste products. The goal of environmental policies is to try and balance the needs of industry with the needs of the everyday person in the environment and all of the species in an environment. Obviously, industries are going to emit pollution, but how much pollution can be emitted before it actually becomes harmful to living things? That is the question that environmental policymakers have to ask. Environmental impact assessments are conducted to compare the impacts of various policy alternatives. It is assumed that policymakers make rational decisions based on the merits of the project, but this is a way to streamline that particular process. Environmental policy is driven by politics. Depending on who is in any given office will determine what kind of policies and regulations are going to be made, the levels at which we deem things to be safe, and also the penalty that will be involved. So the problem with environmental policy is that depending on who is in office at any given time, these policies are constantly being changed, amended, thrown out, or added in. And so our consistency in these environmental policy decisions is not very good. This week you're going to look at the history of environmental policy and some of the problems or obstacles coming up with good environmental policies face.